Okay, today we're going to learn how to find the perimeter of a square, rectangle, and a triangle. For a circle, it's different, so it's called circumference. We're also going to find the area of a triangle, circle, square, and a rectangle. I'm going to start with the perimeter of a square. So I'm going to draw you a square. Please don't laugh, I'm a terrible artist. I did not take art class for a reason. I'm going to label it for you. And the formula is P, which is perimeter, equals 4S. S is the length of the sides, because square has equal sides. Anyways, I'm going to choose 12, so it would be 4 times 12, and that equals 48. So P equals 48, and that is the perimeter of your square. Now then, I'm going to go on to a rectangle. I'm going to draw you a rectangle. It's a little better than my square, but not by much. I'm going to also label it because labeling is good. Okay, rectangle. The formula is P equals 2L plus 2 times W. And that means 2 times the length, which this is the length, and 2 times the width, which this is the width. You can switch them around, but it doesn't really matter, basically. So we're going to write this P equals, and for my sides, I'm going to go with a 4 inches up here and 6. Why would that be 6? 2 inches there. So it's going to be 2 times 4 plus 2 times 2. Then you multiply first, so P equals 8 plus 4, so P equals 12 inches. So the perimeter of your rectangle is 12. Now I'm going to erase this so I have more room inside the camera frame. Okay, now for a triangle. I'm going to draw you a triangle. Don't laugh, this is going to be worse than my square and my rectangle put together. Triangle. I didn't spell that wrong. The formula, P equals B plus C plus B. The B, C, and D just mean the sides, so you have 3 different lengths, or maybe you won't if you have like a 45, 45, 90, which is in a different lesson. So I'm just going to label these. Let's go with 3, 2, and 1, because that's easy. So your perimeter, P, equals 2 plus 3 plus 1, and so your perimeter is going to equal 2, 5, 6. In whatever unit you're using, but that's how you find your perimeter for a triangle. Now to erase my rectangle. By rectangle. Nobody likes doing this. Okay, now for circumference, which is basically just the perimeter of a circle. Why do they call it whatever. I don't care. I don't know why they call it circumference. Okay, to find it, C equals, why did I do that? Equals 2 pi r or pi d. The d stands for diameter. The diameter is this line. And r is just the radius, which would be just half of that line. So basically the radius comes from the center of the circle to one of the edges, and the diameter goes from edge to edge. We're going to do this both ways, just because it'll make it easier. Let's say the diameter is 12, and so the radius is 6. So this would be C equals 2, it's a funny looking 2 pi times 6, and so that would be C equals 12 pi. Pi is 3.14, so if you want to go further than that, just 12 times 3.14. On this one, it's going to be C equals pi diameter, so C equals 12 pi. Again, same thing. You basically come out with the same answer for both. That would be it if you left it in pi form. If not, then you know how to do that because I just explained. Okay, now I'm going to start on the area of our 4 different shapes. Okay, now for the area of a triangle. So, drawing my nice pretty triangle again. I'm not going to label it because I think you get it by now. And our formula is A equals 1/2 base times height. This is going to be your base. It's a very pretty base. Your height is going to go along the center, right here. It's your height. I know it's a funny looking line. Get over it. Let's just say that your base is 3 and your height is 6, and so it's going to be A, which is area, equals 1/2 times 3 times 6. And 3 times 6 is 18. Today we will be learning the perimeter of a square, rectangle, triangle, the circumference of a circle, the area of a triangle, circle, square, and rectangle. I'll review the formulas, but that's what they are. I'm going to start with the perimeter of a square since it's first on my list. I'm going to draw a terrible square, but it's a square anyway. It's labeled square. That's a square. Okay. The perimeter, or the formula is P equals 4S. S stands for sides. There are 4 sides, so we just kind of multiply that. Let's say one of these sides is 12. That means it's going to be 4 times 12, which equals, that was a terrible number to choose. The radius is R, of course, and so I put 6 up here as the radius, so A is going to equal pi times 6 squared, and 6 times 6 is 36, so A equals 36 pi. If you want to go farther, again, it's just 36 times 3.14, but I'm not going to work that all out, so that's it. That is your area for a circle. Back over here to erase my lovely triangle and all the area stuff that goes with it. Okay, now the area of a square. Area of the square, I think the square is actually the simplest in geometry to find anything for. My marker is giving out. I might have to get it. I think I will. Okay, different color again. Try this. There we go. That's better-ish. Okay, that's your square, and the formula is A equals S squared. S is just the length of the side, so let's go with 4 for the side, so A equals 4 squared, and 4 squared is just A equals 4 times 4, which is 16, and there's your area of a square. Now, I'm going to erase my circle again, my beautiful, pretty circle. It was not as good as my other one. Okay, now area of a rectangle. You draw you another rectangle because visual people need visual things. And the formula is going to be A equals length times width, or base times height if you choose to see it that way. I like to do length times width because fun cursive else. So, the length I'm going to go with 2, and this, no, that would be stupid, so 4, and 2, and so A is going to equal 4 times 2, so A equals 8, and that is your area of a square. Yeah, yay, there. I'm sure nobody's actually going to choose to watch this because it's math, but, you know, you never know. People might actually like math. I haven't met one yet, just so you know. And they're really good people. But here's some sample questions. Let's go with perimeter first. Let's go with this. So, it's going to be A equals 1/2 times 18. Then, it's basically just 1/2 times 18, which would also be splitting it in half. 18 divided by 2 equals 9. So the area of your triangle is 9. Now I must erase my circle, which is probably the best one I've ever drawn. So, be happy. I'm suffering from math. Okay, the area of a circle now, so I didn't actually have to erase that. Now I have a funny looking circle. Thank you, math. Okay, the formula is A equals pi r squared. R again